I'm in the whip, all in the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, car on the wrist, all in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, all in the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch and you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And no run back, a touchback.
Come on, set, 50, plant. Go, go, go.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Second down and inches. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Set, 90, Wolf.
Yeah, give me tracks. Let's go.
Snap.
And he'll have
plays that could go either. College game now in the NFL where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
from Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
What a nice read and play by the...
Careful not to fall out of field goal range. 2nd and 15. And he's got his man on the out route. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And his kick is indeed good. They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay, because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something.
Cook following the penalty. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Tight right.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Putting together a team, a lot of them said we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Sanders on for the field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the start? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like
a
that
really
one.
good backhand.
With some nice top spin up.
And deep in his own territory, coughs up the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Ready?
56 is the mic.
I got a alpha. Snap.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost. And now look at him go. The 40, 20, 10, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check. General West.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Tighten up.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Matchbox lights.
Second and 3. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. 23 yards for the touchdown. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll try the right side with Jones. Line of scrimmage, that's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the first quarter of play. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Yeah. Hey, Delta.
From the gun, Powell. Open man, it's Allen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Off play action. Powell steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Here we go. 8 read.
Watch the slant.
Step.
Off the play fake. Powell. And that's complete to Adams. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 14.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
80 weapon.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Switch. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Protein spill. 54.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's bring it. Hey, check 24. Check 24. 49. Check 49.
To throw again. Powell. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. And his kick here is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he's into the clear. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Officially, that goes down as a kick return of 107 yards. What a run. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that. Super tough.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Howell for Keenan Allen. That's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
We got this. First and 10 at their own 16.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Recon, 132 fighter.
2nd and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Hassan Reddick able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for?
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player? No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And a 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Look at me, zipper.
51, Mike. Mike 51. Yo.
Hey. Hey, Orbit, Pilot 64, weak.
From the gun, Howell. He completes it to Jones. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
They often say get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Four receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Watch them go.
Now back to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one.
Set, ready? 18, Gator.
56. Hey, defense, let's go. 36.
Topper.
Hey, watch your leg.
Second and 4. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on now, let's go.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on,
The
set.
Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's...
It's caught inside the 25. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Operating from the gun, Powell. And this is complete. It's Allen. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
60 all.
You must get
Exit. Let's go.
Back to throw. Powell. Touchdown, Packers. From 3 yards out as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
And that's a terrific score. And now, what are we going to do here? Do you go for 2?
You know what the people at home want.
Everybody wants to go for 2. The analytics people probably want them to go for 2. I bet they kick the extra point. We've got a whole second half left to play.
Well, we get a look at it here, but, hey, whatever the case, big-time play before the end of the second quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
15 line. 15 line.
Strong right.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for Minnesota. 44 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Shoot, shoot, shoot. Check 37. Check 37.
Get it.
On first down, it's Cook. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
6-6, pull it high. Speed dribble,
Looking to throw. And it'll be intercepted. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Again, it's Jones. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. From the gun, Howell. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 33. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Set, ready? 18 Gator.
Quick dash, quick dash. Go.
General West.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check right. No.
On the carry, it's Cook. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 24.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
Here we go. Mike's 59.
Back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Check.
5. Ready?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Down. 60 or. weapon.
SOS.
On 1st and 10, Howell. Caught by Allen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 30 yards. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line. So the ball moves from one 38 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 28. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
Hey, wahoo!
Operating from the gun. Howell to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Greystone, Travis.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal.
I-7. Shoot.
From the gun, Howell. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, touchdown number 18 on the year. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. And this is caught. And they've got the lead here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And Diggs has it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check 56. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. He'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 30-yard line. They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
Wild Bill. Check it.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Hey, Charlie.
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Vikings on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is third and 11.
Mike's 43. Mike's 43.
Go.
Watch the run. 43's the Mike. 43's
They'll drop the throw. And he's going to go down again.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down, Green Bay.
The 40-yard line.
218, chop. Ready.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have retaken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Check.
They'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
56.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter play. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw, and this is caught. Touchdown! And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
That'll be taken in the end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this...
At the 33, Allen, the intended receiver. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Hey, here I come.
Victory formation time for the Vikings.